that brings me to Burning Angel. And for anyone who may be younger and isn't familiar with this, the idea of women like you in porn, meaning not just that you had tattoos, but that you were like obviously like a part of the punk scene, and like, that you are who you are. That was a very shocking thing back in the day. There were Suicide Girls, which I think was the first kind of foray into that. But
so we started it like the exact same time.
Okay.
Like I think it was literally within like a month or a few days of each other, because
Okay.
when Burning Angel first launched, a friend of mine was like, "Oh yeah, you should check out." And I really thought I was like the only one in the world to have come up with this idea. Someone was like, "Oh, you should check out this site. Like they just, like it had just gone up." So it's very funny, because they were on the West Coast. I was on the East Coast. It's very funny that like we had absolutely nothing to do with them at all. Like it's funny to think that someone on the West Coast and someone on the East Coast was like kind of thinking about this like at the same time. Very weird. But
the vibe I got from it was from Burning Angel was definitely like, it felt like a punk zine, but with naked people in it.
Yes.
How did you think about it?
Look, there were many, many stages of Burning Angel. We were kind of what Burning Angel launched in 2002. I sold it in 2019, and it went through a lot, so there were many, many stages and iterations of Burning Angel over the years, and how it started and where it ended and stuff. So it's hard to really, but I know right now we're kind of talking about like
the beginning.
The beginning. I mean, we really like over the years as Burning Angel gained more success, I would find like articles and stuff saying like, "Oh, this was all just PR. This is like owned by a big company and like this and that." And it's like, no, like this is not, this was actually, started by me and my roommate in college, Mitch, who's, my best friend, still is my best friend and, business partner, for life kind of, with a couple $100. And we really we didn't have a plan. We didn't,
so there was no like kind of strategy of like, oh, we're going to start out with this audience and then build to this and this and this.
No. Oh my God. Absolutely not. I mean, Suicide Girls was run by like a guy that ran other websites. Okay. I'm 99% sure. Look, I can't say that.
I don't know anything about them.
They had a big operation, even when it was small, it was big, it was started with, and I, from what I know, it was a guy and a girl that started it. And I believe the guy ran other, big. I mean, look, you could tell even the very early stages of the website, Burning Angel looked like a website kind of hacked together with like a bunch of tape, like
which is what was tape. Cool about
Suicide
it.
Girls was a very well functioning, and very like I don't know, even like ahead of the curve. I mean, they had like community features on a website before that was ever heard of at all. Right. So, to give them credit, which is kind of funny when you think of East Coast, West Coast, it's like they were like the
more tech forward.
Or I mean, they were like the I don't know, like the mall version of punk rock. They were like almost like the Hot Topic or something, like this is punk, but like funded by someone not punk, or, this is punk, but like a well-oiled machine of punk. You know what I mean?
Right.
We were like punk, for better or for worse.
I think I found it like, I found Burning Angel not because of like porn, it's because you had an interview with, I don't remember who, maybe it was like Dillinger or something. There was some interview that I wanted to read that was on
exactly. So that was our thing. We were like, oh, we're going to make it like Playboy, but like for punk rock, there's going to be naked girls and band interviews. And like, I was also putting these like embarrassing, like short stories I wrote in my English class, these like erotic short stories. I can't even believe I did that. Like,
can I still find these?
I don't know. I hope you can't, but
like the Penthouse letters.
If you go in like the Wayback Machine, I don't know what these weird erotic stories I wrote about like guys in bands that I boned. I don't know. So embarrassing. But yeah, when I was doing these band interviews, I was really trying hard to get these band interviews. I'd walk around with my little tape recorder and go to shows and just try to talk to whoever I could talk to. And it started off and it was crazy. This was such a big deal in the punk scene
Yeah.
back then. It really, like, people were very torn and split on it. And I'll always remember this day, people who had my back, because I was not, it's like when the website came out, a lot of people were very angry.
What did they not like about it?
People did not think that there was, definitely a lot of people that did not think porn was punk or porn was feminist. And it's so funny because when the website launched in 2002, there was just photos. Like, it's so crazy.
Right.
So much commotion. It was only pictures. That's
Right.
it. Video didn't start to be on the website till years later, you know?
I mean,
And
video was so hard to do at that time on the internet. It was so expensive and technically difficult and stuff.
oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. And, a friend of ours that kind of knew coding, like, put the website together. They were like friends that ran one of those very early, like, online band merch companies.
Okay.
So they kind of knew how to do like a pay
Yeah.
situation. It was like almost like a website that wasn't built to be like a porn site. It was like
Right.
built to be like a shopping
Merch store.
yeah, it made no sense.